People in Need Agency is a non-government organization established to support orphans living with HIV, cope with the challenges of growing up with HIV, and currently we have enrolled over 70 children and youth. The life-threatening situations children go through in a bid to cope with HIV/AIDS inspired me to start PINA Uganda.
Children of my age group were forbidden from associating with me. Some called me names and others avoided me. It was a challenging situation that I shut myself from the world.
When I started my medicine, I could start and stop. At some point they asked me why I kept on stopping. I said, it was hard for me to be reminded every day that I'm HIV positive.
My mother disclosed to me at the age of 10. Accepting that I have HIV and realizing that it's a virus was one of the hardest and longest journeys of my life. I hated everyone, including the doctors.
When I learned of my HIV status, I was so frustrated. I lost hope. I was so angry. And it was very difficult to determine what was important for me.
My health care was too much to deal with. Too many doctor's appointments, blood tests, prescriptions, medications, questioning and probing. I did not want to go to school, and I stopped taking my drugs for 6 months.
It was not easy living in a community where everyone rejected me because of my status.
Our goal is to create hope and happiness. We work with marginalized HIV-positive children and youth in need of psychosocial and economic empowerment to cope with HIV.
Joining PINA Uganda has helped me to reach out to fellow youths in schools, villages, homes and churches, campaigning to end stigma and discrimination against those living with HIV.
Because of PINA Uganda, I was able to give birth to an HIV-negative baby. They cancelled me to access PMTCT services. Now I counsel other youth to access PMTCT services.
Because of PINA Uganda, I am hosted on various television and radio talk shows aimed at increasing access to adolescent HIV services, including sexual reproductive health.
We create hope and happiness by giving them love, care, and an environment to enable them achieve excellence. And as we raise these children with elevated standards and expectations, they become the top segment of the same society from which they came.
I'm a proud youth living with HIV, an advocate, a volunteer of PINA Uganda, the reigning Miss Young People living with HIV in Uganda. And my story growing up with HIV has inspired many young people to have a positive outlook towards life. Because of PINA Uganda, I have traveled to Melbourne, Australia for the 2014 AIDS conference and shared my experience growing up with HIV with fellow delegates on a big screen.
I help HIV positive children and adults with poor adherence find the courage to disclose their status to their partners and families.
We create hope and happiness in a number of ways. We offer them counseling support. We engage them in music, dance, and drama. Music is some form of treatment, but also we use music to pass on HIV prevention messages in schools and communities. We also give them skills in tailoring and knitting. We give them skills in urban farming. Our mission is to support them to break the cycle of poverty and diseases. Apparently, I sacrificed my home where we have an office, a tailoring and knitting facility, urban food demonstration gardens, and poultry keeping demonstration farm. Our plan is to create a community center with multiple activities and outreaches for children and adults.